Welcome back to my channel. This is, I believe, my 5th video. And this video is titled, Femininity is an Energy. Cultivating your divine feminine on your femininity journey. Now, what is feminine energy? I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. There is absolutely no easy way to define feminine energy other than the energy that those who identify as women exude. That's it. If you identify as a woman, if you identify with being feminine, then whatever energy you exude is feminine energy. However you are expressing your femininity is feminine energy. Now, what do you do if you feel detached from your feminine energy? I've talked about this a bit in my previous episodes, but I haven't really gone in depth. And I'm not sure if this episode or this video will be the one where I do, but let's see. This is a question that I've asked myself so many times because growing up, I've never felt very feminine. Now I'm 23 years wiser, and I understand that I never really identified with my feminine energy because I thought my feminine energy was being expressed incorrectly. And what I mean by this is that because I wasn't into things stereotypically associated with women and femininity, I didn't feel feminine. Do you know what that means? It means I was allowing other people to decide what my feminine energy was and how it should be expressed. Don't do this. Decide what your feminine energy is for yourself, because only you will be expressing your feminine energy. I want to say this again. I did not feel feminine because I was allowing other people to decide what my femininity was, and I was letting other people decide what my feminine energy was and how it was to be expressed. Don't do this. Decide what your feminine energy is for yourself, because only you will be expressing your feminine energy. There's no perfect aesthetic for femininity. And this is why cultivating your divine, your specific femininity needs to be done as an introspective journey. I know, that was a dramatic pause. I'll say it again. There's no perfect aesthetic for femininity. And that is why cultivating your divine femininity needs to be done as an introspective, private journey. Sit down with yourself and write down the things that make you feel feminine. If wearing jeans make you feel feminine, then that's one of the things you can do to cultivate your divine femininity. Do more of that. This will help you, and it'll also guide you in the right direction of nurturing your femininity. Spirituality for me is a way that I tap into my divine feminine energy. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I love podcasts. And like I mentioned before, I am speaking more often to young 20-somethings, Black women who are struggling with identifying with their femininity and want to identify with it more. I believe that on the screen, you will see the podcast that I often listen to. And I'll also be sure that they are linked down below and that they're in the notes. Because your divine femininity doesn't have to have anything to do with makeup, high heels, dresses, or anything that makes you feel even the slightest bit of uncomfortable. And I listed all of those things because those are things that make me feel uncomfortable, but are extremely pushed in the level up journey and femininity journey videos and channels found here on YouTube. Anything that makes you feel the slightest bit of uncomfortable is something you should immediately remove from your femininity journey. Because there's nothing wrong with wearing sweatpants, Timbs, sneakers, and big t-shirts. Because your divine feminine energy isn't what you wear. It's in what you energetically give off in spirit and energy. If you feel confident wearing 6-inch heels and a latex bodysuit, that is how you feel confident. If your divine feminine energy is closely connected to your spirituality, then that is how you cultivate your divine feminine energy. For me, my spirituality, my journaling, my hair, right? Nurturing my natural hair are 3 of the top things that I do to help cultivate my divine feminine energy and spirit on my femininity journey. I really want you guys to understand that you really shouldn't be looking to anyone else other than yourselves to define what feminine energy is. Because what is energy, right? How do we create energy? How do we cultivate energy? How do we nurture energy? How do we make sure the spaces in which we live and exist in are feeding our spirits? You know, take a look around the room you're in. Look at your bedroom. Look at your living room. Look at your living space. Does it reflect to you the lifestyle that you want to be living? Does it reflect to you the spirit and energy that you want to be giving off whenever people meet you, whenever you're talking to someone? Personally, I've been on a journey of transforming my bedroom, and because of its size, and taking it from a bedroom to a studio apartment. I've decided to treat my bedroom as more of a complete living space because I am using my bedroom as a real life, right, tangible manifestation tool for the houses I want to own in the very near future. This is just one thing that you can do to help you cultivate your divine feminine energy on your femininity journey. Don't feel the need to be pressured into doing things that make you feel uncomfortable just because someone else says that's how you become a feminine woman. No. The way that you become a more feminine woman is when you make the choice to be a more feminine woman. And then once you make that choice, you have to then define, well, what does it mean to you to be a more feminine woman? What does it mean to me to be a more feminine woman? Because it's not that I feel that I'm too masculine. Absolutely not. I love my masculine energy. I just know that I tend to operate more so in my masculine energy and spirit. But I do that as a way to cope and defend myself against the world because I don't feel feminine enough, right? I don't feel that I'm expressing my femininity enough because I want to feel safe in my femininity. That's why I started my journey. And I'm not saying that I feel unsafe in it. I just want to feel more safe and secure in it. I want to spend more time with myself, discovering myself and understanding those things that make me feel like a more feminine woman. Nobody can tell you how to be a feminine woman. Nobody can tell you how to be feminine. Nobody can tell you what your feminine energy should look like, feel like, smell like, taste like, be like, act like, sound like. The only person that can do any of those things is yourself. Always remember that on your femininity journey, and always remember that on your level up journey. Although you are out here listening to and watching resources to help you, just keep them in that category of being resources. They are tools of assistance. They are helping you, but they do not dictate nor do they decide the outcome. Only you do. Please continue to uplift yourself and others on your femininity journey, because femininity is an energy. It's a way of being, feeling, and thinking. It's spirit. Femininity is an energy. Cultivate your divine femininity on your feminine journey.